This is an amazing experience. Thank you, Hunter Museum, for this experience. And I'd like to introduce everyone first.
This is my third performance here at the Hunter with Ballet Esprit. And my first performance, I rolled into Chattanooga. I just moved here a week before we performed. We threw it together and then we performed it. So it's been a long journey, but yeah, 3 years working with Sarah in Ballet Esprit. Now I teach, and that's been so much fun.
Hi, I'm Kris, and I helped with the props. They got smashed. I was excited to be able to work with Sarah and work with Ballet Esprit. This is the second thing I've done with them, building materials that they work with. So it's really exciting for me to see how physical elements can become a part of the communication through movement.
Hello, I'm Nina, and I've I think it's my third performance here after. So yeah, I'm sub here and there for Sarah throughout the year. So yeah. Hello, it's Jess Kelley. I think I've been with you for 2 years. Yeah, I moved here 3 years ago, and it took about a year to finally meet. Yeah, so dancing, creating, teaching, being best friends. No big deal.
Hi, I'm Teresa Cole, and I did the costumes. Most of them. And my daughter has been with Sarah for 6 years. My son also dances with Sarah occasionally. And I've been doing costumes with Sarah for about 4 years, I would say. And it's really wonderful to collaborate with her. We really love Ballet Esprit. Do you all have any questions about the dancing or the costumes or anything that you want to share about how the dance made you feel?
Yeah. The dancer socks make it okay, and because it's natural material, it's really not that sharp, right? It's just crumbling underneath us, so it's kind of satisfying.
That was something that became a really big challenge too when I was making and choosing the materials, is we wanted something that would break and shatter and give that impact of glass, but not something that would hurt the dancers or hurt anyone else. So it was kind of a tricky balance of making something that was very fragile but wouldn't actually injure anyone, because we don't want to hurt our friends.
Well, I was actually just sharing with these friends backstage. After we did the shatter piece, as I was doing that, I was kind of realizing what we were actually doing and having some sort of revelations about even when you think you have something so perfect and so beautiful and it's your dream plan and it just shatters in front of you and you're just devastated. I think the beautiful part about this whole process is we go away and it's just you see the mess, you see the horror of oh, my plans were destroyed, all the beautiful things are broken, and then we come on with something even better and even more beautiful, and it's there's something more beautiful in this broken world, in this broken plans, or whatever it is. There's more to come. It's an up and up process, and there's more beauty coming your way.
And from a visual art perspective too, I feel every time I've made something, there's a point where you think you absolutely ruined it, right? Every artwork at some point just feels ugh, what have I done? This is terrible. But then you literally pick up the pieces and you look at what you have and you make something beautiful out of it.
So for me, when I'm doing a piece, usually I have an idea in the beginning and it's somewhat abstract, or I'll have something absolutely figured out, and I think I know exactly the way things should be. But I've learned that the process, this specific process, took us 9 months, 7 to 9 months altogether. But throughout the process, we changed. The seasons changed. The coming together and the working out of problems or issues was a transformation, personally, as an artist, But also I feel like as a group, we went through kind of this morphing and evolution of what we originally started with to what it became. And that process is the win. That's what I really want to be part of. It's not about we did a lot of preview performances, we did a lot of open rehearsals to kind of expose the process this time, because I felt like it was incredibly important to allow this to be seen, the process, and how beautiful that is. So that experience, that transformative experience is what I'm here for.
It's kind of a reflection of what we're symbolizing in the dance was our experience creating the dance. So we were having like all these aha moments every time we rehearsed, and it just like, yeah, this is this. So it was like beautifully symbolic and yeah, a lovely transformative growing experience.
I was really excited to see them smash everything. Because I've been making these forever. And I was like, oh, and I'd smash them in my house. My dog ate some. And I was so excited to like, oh my gosh, what is that going to be like when they smash them on the ground and we throw that giant one, and like, and I loved hearing people in the audience go, and it was like, oh, it's so cool. Like for me, it was like really exciting to finally get to see them break, even though I spent so much time going, oh, they're so pretty. You know, it was neat to have that happen.
I'm lucky enough to see these ladies dance a lot, just in their regular dance clothes. So when I saw them last night in their costumes and going through the whole thing, I was so excited. So yes, today seeing the premiere is amazing for me, seeing it all come together, and a lot of hard work. I know that they've done so much, and I know that I've done so much, and I know that they've done so much. So bringing it all together and having a great crowd has been amazing, really emotional.
Yeah, and we said we weren't going to tell you this, but I think that you know. That was like the first time we've done everything all together. So it was, in a way, kind of like an experiment. Like, you know, things might go wrong, but again, that's all part of it. So I'm really, really proud of us. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you all for sticking around and chatting with us. This is really, like I said at the beginning, it really for us feels like it's the moment when the piece is finished and it really comes together. We can kind of hear the sounding board of you all and what you heard and what you saw. And I would just encourage you to go and see more art, go listen to more music, go to dance performances, and remember that you don't have to worry about if you know everything or if you're saying the right things or if you know the right answers. You remember and you know now that what you bring to these performances is much more important than the dates of when the person that made it was born and died and things like that. Nobody cares, right? So what we want to do is this to be a conversation and a living art that we do, and as a community we do together. So go see more art, go listen to more music, go see dance, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.